Okay. Hi guys, it's Lindsay. I'm gonna try to make this video as fast as possible. So, story time. On Friday, we couldn't drive to Chelsea on our own because my mom didn't know the way. And what ended up happening was there was this service that we hired from insurance, because the insurance pays for like our transportation and stuff when we have to go to like hospitals like Ann Arbor or outside of like Ann Arbor. It like pays for the transportation. So insurance gave us a ride, and usually we don't have any problem. Usually insurance gives us a good ride. Usually we have someone like transportation services that is actually good. Oh my god, this was the worst experienced driver I have ever encountered. For one, I swear to God, we were in a death trap. So I had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, get dressed, get ready. I had to shower the night before because you have to be sterilized. Like, your body has to be sterilized and it has to be really clean before you go into surgery. So they ask you to, like, really scrub, like, your skin so it's, like, clean because everything has to be sterile before the surgery. And usually I take regular showers anyway, but, for one, I didn't know my period was gonna come. And, you know, I took showers, so I got it done and over with. I went to bed, got up in the morning, got up at 6, ate breakfast. No, didn't eat, because I couldn't eat. So I had to drink a little bit of water to take my pills down. I couldn't eat breakfast. I had stopped eating at 10 the night before because I had to fast for my surgical procedure. So I couldn't have anything to eat, so I was really hungry. But anyway, we got picked up at like, I think it was around 8, because my appointment wasn't until 10 something, I believe. I don't remember very much, but anyway, the transportation service company was called the D&L, and we never heard of that before. We had never heard of DL or DNL or whatever it was. We had never heard of it before, and the driver looked sketchy. So, you know, we got in, the van was literally a death trap. There was a broken headlight, there were cracks in the windshield, the van was dirty as hell. It looked like it hadn't been cleaned. It reeked of smoke. The driver had 2 packs of cigarettes up in, like, the visor, and I'm pretty sure okay, I completely lost where I was, but anyway, basically, the seats were full of crumbs. There was 2 cigarette packs in the visor of like the van. There was food all over the place. There was a shopping bag that was a trash can. There was the whole entire van smelled of smoke. It smelled disgusting, and I have asthma, so when I inhale the smell of smoke, that's a big yikes. But like, even on the drive to the hospital that I was going to go get my surgical procedure done at, he was a distracted driver. A very distracted driver. He had his GPS on his phone, and unlike some normal person who has transportation services, would have their GPS either up, like, where they can see it on, like, a stand or something, or put it at least on, like, the dashboard, No, this guy has his phone over on his other seat that isn't been, like the passenger seat. He just has it sitting there on the charger, and he keeps picking it up and looking at it while he's driving. And he's looking at it, and GPS are giving him directions, and he's making sure that he's going to the right place. All of a sudden, he gets a phone call. He doesn't even stop on the side of the road or anything. He just picks it up. Yeah, hello. The business calls him, and he's like, hey, I got a lot of appointments today. There are going to be a lot of long runs. Can you help me out here? The dude literally, I think that this was his boss. His boss says, no, I can't help you. You're on your own. So he hangs up the phone. This dude starts to eat chocolate and lick his fingers while he is driving. Like, dude! Not only that, when the, speed limit said 60, he was going freaking 70 miles an hour. Like, I just felt so uncomfortable. Even the seats weren't comfortable. It was a van. It was, it had 2 seats in the middle. It had, 2 seats up front, so the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and then in the middle, it was a half-long seat, and then in the back, it was a seat. A whole entire, 3-person seat, and then it was, a 2-person seat in the middle, and then, the driver's and the passenger seat. So, this guy, he doesn't even have any logos on his vehicle, so we didn't even know who at first pulled into our driveway, because this thing only had, stripes on, the bottom of the van that looked like a freaking taxi cab. Okay, your business is great. I'm not trying to throw shade at this business, but this is not even the worst part about this. So, there's no logo. He doesn't have any business things. He didn't even have us sign the insurance clipboard that you're supposed to sign that pays for your ride when you turn it into insurance. When the driver turns it into insurance, and then insurance pays it for you and says, okay, you got a free ride. No, this dude doesn't even hand us a clipboard, even though the clipboard's literally in his visor on the other side by the passenger seat. This is not even the worst part, you guys. So we get to Chelsea. I get out of the van, I walk in, everything is fine, I'm feeling in pain a little bit, but besides that, I was good. That's the reason why I was going for the procedure anyway, was to help with my pain. So, they hook me up, we go to the front desk, we, go up a lot of elevators. I think we were on the 2nd floor, I think it was room 202 or something. Get in there, we check in, fill out all of the, information that you need, your birth date, your name, all of that. We sign, we, show them, the insurance card and my mom's ID and stuff, and driver's license and stuff. So, that was all good. We got in not too long, actually, after we got there. It was pretty nice. But, it was really comforting to me, because that van was so uncomfortable, and I thought that as soon as I was done after this, I could go home and I could rest and I could relax. Man, did I have nothing coming for me. Okay, so, they set me up and stuff, they get me all set up, they get me all comfortable, they get me in a gown, they, tell me to hold my arm still, they wrap, the tie around my arm, and then, they give me a numbing shot so I don't feel the IV go in. So I got 2 shots in my arm. One was the numbing medicine, and one was the IV itself. It didn't hurt too bad going in. Actually, I thought it was going to be worse than what it was, but I was wrong. It still burned a lot, though, when they put, the shot medication into, the IV, because I had an upset stomach, and they gave me one that would help with my upset stomach, and it burned a little and a lot. But, like, I was just trying to get myself comfortable, and they like, ask you, like, do you need anything? Like, are you comfortable? Can I, like, help you get more comfortable? Like, they want to make sure that you are comfortable, which is really nice. Because I was really scared, like, my heart rate was going up and stuff, and I was really scared, because I've personally never had any kind of, like, surgery done on my body before, so the fact that I was getting injections in my back, I was absolutely terrified. Plus, I was absolutely terrified of getting an IV, because I haven't had one since I was, like, 7, and that was when I had a pneumonia. Anyway, so what ended up happening was, basically, you know, they get me all set up, they get me ready, they say, okay, we're gonna get you in the room, and we're gonna give you your sedation medicine, and you just need to stay really still, and when they, like, they, like, roll you onto another bed, and it's where you, like, lay on your stomach and stuff, and there's this cushion. It almost looks like something that you would do if you were to go, like, to a facial spa or something, or, like, a massage place, and you put your head, like, in the hole in the, like, in the bed. It was kind of like that. So, you know, I was just laying there waiting for the sedation medicine to kick in, let alone it didn't. So I wasn't asleep at all, not even half asleep. I felt everything. I heard everything. I felt everything. It hurt it hurt bad. It hurt like hell. It hurt so bad. I wanted to scream and I wanted to squirm, because I had to get 2 injections. I had to get one in my L5 and I had to get one in my L4. So my L4 and my L5, which is a part, like, near your tailbone. So I was not prepared for that, you know, I was scared. Dear Lord, it hurt, but, you know, I got over it. So I was just laying there, I was waiting, they were cleaning off, like, the spot of where they were gonna put it, and, like, all of a sudden I felt this injection go in, and they're like, okay, 1, 2, 3, inject. Ooh, the first one hurt real bad. And then I felt the second one go in, and then I'm like, oh my god, help me. But then all of a sudden, my body just, like, it didn't even react. Like, I guess the sedation medicine was, like, giving me pain relief. So that way I wouldn't feel the 2 needles go in. But I still ended up feeling them, and it hurt like hell. And, you know, that was how the surgical procedure had went, and, you know, so we're sitting there in the recovery room, because it only takes you a few minutes to, like, recover and stuff, because, you know, we were gonna call, like, the driver and have them come pick us up. Here's where shit goes down. Here's where hell breaks loose. So we call the driver. We're like, hey, we're done. Can you come pick us up now? You're gonna have to wait about an hour. I'm sorry, what was that? You're gonna have to wait about an hour for me to come pick you up. Okay, then. You were supposed to take me there, wait for me to get done, and then bring me home. The complete and utter opposite is what happened. So the hospital calls the people, and they're like, hey, she's done. You need to come pick her up now. So he comes, he picks us up. I was so pissed. I was so freaking pissed. Oh my god, I'm so pissed. I was so pissed. So we get outside, you know, I'm in they wheeled me out and stuff because, like, I couldn't walk straight and stuff because the medicine was still settling in. And actually, it helped a lot with my pain, but we didn't end up getting home until 7 freaking o'clock. Let me explain. So, what ended up happening was there were 2 other people in the van. Before, it was just me and this driver and my mom. Like it should be if you're going to a transportation and you're having a surgical procedure done and you expect to go straight back home and rest after. It makes me so mad. So there are 2 people. There's a black guy and then there's a white guy. So the black guy is sitting in the passenger seat next to the driver, and the white guy is sitting in the back. And I looked at my mom and she looked hella pissed. And she also looked hella uncomfortable, and so was I, because these are strangers. We don't know who the hell these people are. We are confused as hell. And then the driver explains that he picked them up after he had dropped me off at Chelsea to get my surgical procedure done, because he thought that it was going to take long. So he went and picked up 2 other people that had appointments. So, I was sitting there. I was sitting in the van. I just looked at my mom. She looked hella pissed. She looked hella annoyed. I fall asleep on her. When I wake up, I was so pissed. I thought that we were gonna go home. I wake up and we're still in the van. I look out the window because we had to drop off the one guy to his one appointment. He had like a doctor's appointment or something, and we dropped him off. So one guy came from Manchester and one guy came from Lansing. May I remind you, I'm from freaking Saginaw. So Saginaw to Chelsea was about an hour drive. One guy is from Manchester, the other's from Lansing. The white guy was from Manchester, the black guy was from Lansing. I was confused as hell because I had no idea what was going on until it settled in my head what was going on. So we take the black guy to his appointment, we drop him off. We leave, we take the white guy to his appointment, we drop him off, then he comes back in. We were all the way out in freaking Detroit, Allen Park. We were all the way out in freaking Detroit. We were all the way out in Detroit. We were near Ohio. I saw the Toledo sign. We were all the way out in Detroit, Allen Park. I look at my mom and she is furious. I look at her and I'm like, Mom, when are we going home? She said, hopefully sometime between 4 and 5 o'clock. And I said, I hope so. So, the driver goes out for a smoke, which... And I'm pretty sure that it was supposed to be non-smoking, but the driver goes out for a smoke. The guy goes out to vape and for a cigarette and to smoke. We already dropped the black guy off. The white guy is still with us. The black guy was mad. The white guy was mad. They were like, we're filing complaints. This is ridiculous. The black guy ended up being late to his appointment already because the driver had to come reverse circle around to get me and my mom because I had just had a surgical procedure done. and I thought that I was gonna go home when I find myself all the way out in freaking Detroit Allen Park. So we had dropped the black guy off, we went to go to the white guy's appointment, we dropped the white guy off, we sat there, waited for him to get his appointment done, he came back in the van, we decided, the guy was like, I'm sorry, the white guy was like, I'm so sorry for your trouble, ladies, can I buy you anything, like, dinner's on me, like, I'll buy you dinner, or I'll buy you lunch, or whatever he said. He's like, can I buy you a drink? Can I, like, get anything for you? Because you guys... It was already, like, somewhere between 2 and 3 o'clock. So I was hungry, because I had just had a surgical procedure done, and I had already fasted since 10 o'clock the night before. So, of course, I was starving. So I was like, oh my god, yes, can we go get McDonald's? Because I couldn't have anything, like, too greasy, and I couldn't have anything too salty, because it might make me throw up. So I decided to get a fry and a chicken nugget from McDonald's, along with a water. So the McDonald's took about an hour to get done. Because we had arrived at McDonald's, we were still waiting to go pick up the black guy. So we, waited there. The driver gets out, gets his food. The white guy gets out, gets my food and his food, because he also ordered food. And my mom got a fillet of fish, because she was hungry too. So everyone was hungry. And then, we all ate. Well, the driver ate while he was driving, of course, because, he already ate before when he was driving, so why not do it again, because, that's totally not okay. That's totally okay to do. You're supposed to eat and drive. Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, no, hell no! Boy, you're supposed to be focusing on the road, not on food! So, we're all eating and stuff, and we do legit circles around a lot. And we finally get to the place where his doctor's appointment was, the black guy. The black guy said I was late for my appointment. Not only that, I didn't even get to have my appointment, because apparently the doctor that he was trying to go see had to get rushed to the hospital for some reason or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I didn't want to, hear the whole entire conversation or whatever. But I was like, okay then. So, the black guy gets in. We have to take the white guy back to Manchester to get dropped off so he can go home. So we drive all the way to Manchester, drop him off. After going all the way out to Detroit Allen Park, we go past Chelsea to Manchester, drop the white guy off. Then after that, after about 2 hours later, it's already 6 o'clock. No, it's already 5 o'clock. So we drive the black guy back to Lansing, where his home is. So we drive to Lansing. We stop at a rest stop, which took even more time, because me, my mom, the black guy, and the driver, we all had to go to the bathroom. So we stopped out in Lansing, and we still had a long ways to go. So we were far into Lansing. We had to go to a rest stop. I was so uncomfortable. May I remind you, I just had a 1-hour procedure done on my back. I'm trying to recover. I thought that I was going to be home in about 2 hours after my surgery. No. So we dropped the guy off in Lansing to his place, and then we finally get to drive back to Saginaw. So we drive through Lansing, all the way through all of these other stops. We finally get back to Saginaw, and he finally drops us off. Because my mom had her car parked at one of our friends' houses, so she had us drop us off at a pharmacy, and then we walked to the place, because the thing that I felt most uncomfortable about is that there were strangers in this car, and I didn't know who any of them were, and I didn't want the driver to know what our car looked like or like where we lived or anything. So I'm happy that my mom made that decision, like, not to let him take us like home straight away. Because we had to go pick up the car anyway, we couldn't be carless. So that ended up happening, and it wasn't until like 7 o'clock at night that we finally made it home. I was in pain because I had been cramped in a car for 7 hours straight. We drove for 7 hours straight. My day started at like 6 to 7 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to go up 8 o'clock, get on the transportation, go to Chelsea, get my appointment done, get it over with, and go home and rest to recover. Not drive around in a van for 7 freaking hours cramped. I had no space to move at all. My mom was taking up half the seat. The hospital gave me a blanket, one of the hospital blankets to cover up with, to leave with, so I got to keep their hospital blanket because I was really cold and I was really uncomfortable. So at least I was somewhat comfortable, but at the same time I was so uncomfortable. My mom has pelvic problems, so it hurts for her to sit for a really long time, and for the fact that we were sitting for 7 hours straight in a van hurt me. It was so painful. I had just had a surgical procedure done. I have tenderness and I have bruises. I still have the bruises from where the needles were injected. And I still have the bruise on my arm from where my IV was injected. And I was in so much pain and I was so pissed. Because this driver was a distracted driver. He was a smoking driver. Wherever there was like a speed limit of 60, he was still going 70, and like in Lansing, when it was a speed limit of 70, we were going freaking 80 miles an hour. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, no, there's the story time that I've been wanting to tell you guys about, because it was absolutely ridiculous. I'm sorry, but if you are having a transportation service, you're supposed to be their number one priority if you're their customer. And there's not supposed to be other people in the vehicle with you. And you should be able to go home straight away, especially after I was having a surgical procedure done. But no, I didn't end up getting home until 7 o'clock. I'm sorry. I had to spill it. I had to spill the tea. I had to spill all the drama. That's what happened on Friday. I was tired as hell when I got home. I was in pain. Not from my back in pain. It was from the van itself. And I felt sick to my stomach because of all the smoke that I was smelling. So, I'm not trying to be rude to anyone. The black guy said that he was going to complain. The white guy said that he was going to call and complain. We said that we were going to call and complain. Because that is just absolute BS. So anyway, that's what happened. That's my story time of transportation services gone wrong. It's just story time. It's what happened. Should not have happened, but it happened. Like, I'm definitely, hopefully, never having another transportation service take me somewhere again. And if I do, through insurance, I better have someone who is actually professional. This guy did not even have business cards. When we asked if he had a business card, he said no. He took out a freaking piece of paper from off of the insurance thing that we're supposed to sign. He ripped a piece of paper off of it and wrote down his phone number and gave it to us. And he said, "Call me when you're done." I'm sorry, but it was so unprofessional. It was so ridiculous. It was dangerous. I swear to God, we were in a death trap. It felt like it. It was so uncomfortable. I had never experienced anything like that in my life, and neither had my mom. So that was a first for both of us, and it was a horrible experience. So DNL or DL or whatever the hell the company name is, I'm sorry, but you need to get your shit together. Like, if you're gonna have a business, at least run it right. If you have a person to go pick up and they have some kind of surgery or surgical procedure, you better get them home straight away and not make them wait until freaking 7 o'clock to get home. Have someone else go out and get the other people. I don't know. That was my experience with them, with a transportation service that I had never had before. It was so unprofessional. It was so sketchy. It was ridiculous. But yeah, it's what happened. Hopefully I never have to experience that again. So yeah. Love you guys. Stay awesome. Stay sweet. Stay positive. Stay hardworking. Don't give up on your dreams. Dream big. Think big. Always be yourself. And live your life to the fullest. Peace.